Namaste students, welcome to statistics class. And in the last session we discussed about mean deviation from median. Under that we discussed two problems, that is one is of ungrouped data and one is of ungrouped discrete, how to find out mean deviation from median. Today we will discuss one more problem under mean deviation from median, last problem, that is grouped continuous data. So here if you observe the problem here, compute coefficient of mean deviation from median for the following distribution. Here they have mentioned coefficient of mean deviation. We know that in order to find out mean deviation from median, in order to find out coefficient, firstly we need to find out mean deviation from median. Then only we can get the value of coefficient. So before that we need to find out median here. Now observe the data here. When you observe, your class intervals are like below 10, below 20, 30, 40, 50. So when we get class intervals as below or less than, whatever values will be given in the place of frequencies, these are LCF, less than cumulative frequencies. You know that here if we get more than and above, these values we consider as MCF, more than cumulative frequency. And if in case here if we get below or less than, these values we consider as less than cumulative frequency. Now we'll move to the solution. Write the solution here. Then first we will write the mean deviation formulas. So mean deviation from median is equal to sigma f into modulus x minus m divided by n. There is no difference between discrete and continuous formula. Then coefficient of mean deviation from median is equal to mean deviation from median. What answer we get here? Divided by median. So here we get to know, firstly we need to find out the value of median. Then we need to find out mean deviation from median. Then coefficient of mean deviation. Now this is grouped data. Right, grouped continuous. In case of grouped, it is continuous data. So we know that firstly we need to find out median. Now we'll take the problem here. We'll take marks as class intervals. So class intervals here it is below 10, below 20. When you observe the gap is 10. So below 10 means this is the gap of 10. So 0 to 10, 10 to 20, second one, then 20 to 30, 30 to 40, and last one it is 40 to 50, below 50. So it is 40 to 50. Then as I said, these values are LCM. So in case of median, yes, we require LCM, but usually frequencies will be given. From frequencies we find out LCM. So here LCM are given. So we'll write LCM, you can write here also. So we'll write it here, otherwise you will get confused later when you take the values to find out mean. Here we'll write frequencies as it is. Here we'll write frequencies and we'll write LCM over there. So now write the LCF values. Why these are LCF values? Because our problems is of the type of below 10, below 20, below 30. So LCF is 3, 8, 17, 20 and 25. The last value of LCF will be the n value. Total number of observation we will get as 25. Now, how to find out frequency from LCF? How to find out frequency from LCF is, first value write as it is. First value write as it is. Next, 8 minus 3, 5. 17 minus 8, 9. 20 minus 17. 3. 25 minus 20. That is 5. So when you total it, you get there 25. Now if in case MCF is given, then how to find out frequency? In case MCF last value we write as it is, so then you get this value as higher than this, so then you have to deduct from upper value, the lower value you have to deduct. In case of frequency from LCF, first value as it is, from lower value to upper value you have to deduct. So this is about LCF and frequency. Now find out median. What is the formula to find out median here? Firstly, we have, in case of median, I will solve it here. So there first we need to identify median class. First we need to identify median class. So that formula is n by 2. So here, what is the value of n? It is 25. 25 by 2. If you do, there you get 12.5. Now, this 12.5 you see in the LCF. When you observe the LCF, 12.5 will fall here. So this is your median class. So this is our median class. So when you observe here, we get median class as 2230. That is n by 12.5. Now, after identifying median class, then now you apply median formula. Median is equal to L plus n by 2 minus CF divided by frequency into C. This is the median formula. Now, here substitute the values into this median formula. So L, now just observe the median class. L, lower limit 20 plus n by 2 we got as 12.5 minus CF preceding the median, LCF preceding the median class, that is 8 divided by frequency of that class is 9 into the gap between the classes 10. So here 20, nextly 20 plus, when we solve this 12.5 minus 8 into 10 divided by 9, we get here 5. So our median is equal to 25. 25 is our median value. So this is our median we got as 25. So in case of median, firstly we need to find out median class, that is n by 2, we will get particular value C in the LCF. Then after getting median class, apply the median formula. So we got the median value. So we just got the median value. Now which is the column you need to prepare? Modulus x minus m. Next column you need to prepare, that is modulus x minus m. Median is 25. See the x value. So here class intervals are given. So we need to find out the x. We need to get the x values. 0 to 10, mid value is 5. 10 to 20, 15. 20 to 30, 25. 30 to 40, 35. And 40 to 50, 45. These are the x values. Now, modulus x minus m. That is 5 minus 25. 20, here it is positive because we have taken their modulus. There is in the formula, we have modulus there. So, then next 15 minus 25, 10. 25 minus 25, 0. 35 minus 25, 10. 45 minus 25, that is 20. That is 20. Now, we got this particular column. Now, F into frequency into modulus x minus m. So, frequency into x minus m. 3 into 20, that is 60. 5 into 10, 50. there we get 0, 3 into 10, 30, 5 into 20, there we get 100. Now, then we need to total it, sigma f into modulus x minus m. So when we total it, what value we get? When we total it here, we get 240. Now we got the total of sigma f into x minus modulus x minus m. Now find out mean deviation. Here we got total as 240. And what is the value of n? N is 25. So 240 by 25, we get mean deviation from median as 9.6. Then find out their coefficient. Coefficient means mean deviation from median. We got as 9.6 and median divided by median is 25. So here 9.6 by 25, we get there 0.384. 0.384. This is coefficient of mean deviation from median. So this is the mean deviation from median problem of the type continuous. Yesterday we have solved discrete and ungrouped data. Today we have seen continuous. So 3 kinds of problem also we completed under mean deviation from median. So far we completed in case of mean deviation from mean and mean deviation from median. Next we will see mean deviation from mode. Next we will move towards mean deviation from mode. Next topic is mean deviation from mode. So in case of mean deviation from mode, there is no difference between in case of calculation, but here we need to find out mode initially, then we need to apply the mean deviation from mode formula. Here formula goes like mean deviation from mode, that is equal to sigma modulus x minus z divided by n. This is in case of discrete or ungrouped. And in case of continuous, the same formula you get z is equal to sigma f into modulus x minus z divided by capital A. And as well as your coefficient formula, that is mean deviation from mode divided by mode. Similar to mean deviation from mean and median formula. There in case of mean it was x bar and in case of median it was m. Here in case of mode it is z. So here also first we need to find out mode, then we need to apply this mean deviation formulas. So now we move towards the problems. We have one problem there. Compute mean deviation from mode from the following. We need to compute mean deviation from mode, and when you observe the data, here it is grouped but discrete data is given. In case of ungrouped, we have as well as mode calculation is just which is the most repeating value there. That value itself we consider it as mode in case of ungrouped. Here ungrouped problems are not so important in case of mode, only discrete and continuous. So when we see this discrete here, firstly here we need to identify the value of mode, then we need to go to the calculation of mean deviation. So we will write the solution here. For grouped data, that is of discrete, take the problems as it is and frequencies 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and frequencies are 18, 22, 35, 25, 20, 12 and 2. Now firstly we will total the frequencies and we will find out the total number of frequencies When we total it, here we get 134. This is the calculation of n. That is the n value. Now, next we will write the mean deviation from mode formula. That is, mean deviation from mode is equal to sigma, since we have frequencies, f into modulus x minus z divided by n. Then coefficient of mean deviation from mode is equal to mean deviation from mode divided by mode. So firstly we need to find out here mode value. When we have discrete frequency distribution, how to find out the mode value? Here mode value is z is equal to, we need to see in case of discrete, we need to check there which is the highest frequency. Now check the frequency. Which is the largest frequency here? Largest frequency is 35. So there, which is the largest frequency is 35. Corresponding x value is our mode. So mode is equal to 2. That is corresponding x value of highest frequency. This you have studied already. In case of discrete, how to find out mode? Which is the highest frequency? Corresponding x value is your mode. If in case of ungrouped data, the most repeated value is your mode. But in case of continuous, what you have to do? There, in case of continuous, highest frequency, that particular row will be your model class. Then you need to apply one more formula in order to find out mode. Here there is no formula to find out mode in case of discrete. The corresponding x value of highest frequency. Firstly we need to see the list of frequency which will be the highest frequency. Here it is 35. Corresponding x value is our mode. Then find the column there, modulus x minus z. Now it's better to write a bit up, otherwise it is difficult for the calculation. Or else we will write it here, what is the value of mode. So here mode is equal to highest frequency x value of corresponding value of highest frequency. Now in case of problem, first you find out mode, then you go to preparation of the columns. So here next column comes there, modulus x minus z. Next column you get here modulus x minus z. Z value we know that it is 2. Now x value is 0. So x minus z, 0 minus 2, we get first value here, it is 2. 1 minus 2, so 1, 2 minus 2, 0, 3 minus 2, that is 1, 4 minus 2, 2, 5 minus 2, 3, and 6 minus 2, then we get 4. So we get 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Next, one more column. Next we need to prepare, we got here modulus x minus z. Next f into modulus x minus z. So next f into modulus x minus z. So here frequency into modulus x minus z. So 18 into 2, 36, 22 into 1, 22, 35 into 0, so 0, 25 into 1, 25, so 20 into 2, then we get 40, so 12 into 3, that is 36, so 2 into 4, that is 8. Now total this column, that is sigma f into modulus x minus Z. So when we total it, we get here total as 167. Now move towards the calculation there. We have written the formula already. Modulus f into x minus z, that is 167, and the value of n is 134. So 167 divided by 134, there we get 1.246 as our mean deviation from mode. Thus coefficient mean deviation from mode divided by mode is nothing but 2. So there mode is nothing but 2. 1.246 divided by 2, we get a 0.623. So this is coefficient of mean deviation from mode, and this is mean deviation from mode. So this is a discrete problem, when we get discrete problem in case of mean deviation from mode. What we need to do? So here just difference is with the formula. Firstly we need to calculate mode. How we need to calculate in case of discrete? Firstly we need to check the frequencies there. We need to check the frequencies. So which is the highest frequency? Corresponding x value is our mode. Now we'll see one more problem. Continuous problem under mean deviation from mode. Now we will see the last problem under mean deviation from mode, and also with this we can complete with the topic of mean deviation. Then we can move to the next measures, that is standard deviation. Now we will see the continuous. We have now continuous data. Compute mean deviation from mode for the following. When you observe here, we have continuous data here. So firstly we need to find out mode and which formula we need to apply. Continuous formula in order to find out mode we need to apply. Then mean deviation from mode. So we'll see the solution here now. Write the solution. For group data, in case of group it is continuous. Grouped continuous data, we'll take the problems, class intervals and frequencies. Class intervals are 22, 40 and 42, 60, 62, 80, 82, 100 and 100 to 120. Then nextly we write the frequencies, that is 16, 19, 41, 24 and last one it is 15. Now firstly we will see what is the total number of frequencies. When we total it, here we get total number of frequencies as 150. Now we will find out mode for this following data. Here when we need to find mode, first we need to define the model class. Now see which is the highest frequency here. When we see here the highest frequency is 41, so this will be our model class. So this is our model class. So here model class is, we write here, so model class is equal to 60 to 80. This is our model class. Now apply the mode formula for continuous data. So here formula goes like Z is equal to L plus Fm minus F1 divided by 2Fm minus F1 minus F2 into C. So this is our mode formula for continuous data. This already we completed. Now substitute L, which is our model class, is 60 to 80. Lower limit is 60 there. 60 plus Fm is nothing but frequency of the class, that is 41, minus F1 frequency, the previous frequency preceding the model class. This is is the model class. Preceding the model class, frequency preceding the model class, that is 19 divided by 2 into FM. FM is 41 minus F1, that we got as 19, minus F2. F2 is frequency succeeding, that means the next one. Frequency succeeding means next one, that is 24 into C. What is a gap? Gap is 20 there. Gap is 20. Close the bracket. Now 60 plus 41 minus 19 into 20. Then when we do that, we get their value as 440 divided by, this is 41 minus 19 into 20. Now 2 into 41 minus 19 minus 24. There we get value as 39. So next here we get 60 plus 440 by 39, we get there 11.28. So we get mode value as 71.28. This is our mode value. We got mode, that is Z is equal to 71.28. Next, what we need to prepare? Which column we need to prepare? We know that mean deviation from mode formula is sigma f into modulus x minus z divided by n. So here next column we need to prepare, that is x minus, firstly we will find out x, then modulus x minus z. What is the mid value? 20 to 40, mid value is 30. 40 to 60, mid value is 50. 60 to 80, mid value is 70. 80 to 100, mid value is 90. 100 to 120, mid value is 110. That will be our x value. Now from this x value, now x minus z. What is the value of z? 71.28. 71.28 is our z value. That is nothing but mode value. Now x, 30 minus 71.28. There we get 41.28. Next 50 minus 71.28. We get there 21.28. Next 70 minus 71.28. There we get 1.28. Next 90 minus 71.28. There we get 18.72. Then 110 minus 71.28. There we get 38.7. This is of x minus modulus x minus z. Then frequency into modulus x minus z. So now multiply the frequency. 16 into 41.28. There we get 660.48. Next 19 into 21.28. There we get 404.32. Next 41 into 1.28. There we get 52.48. 52.48. Next 24 into 18.72. There we get 449.28. And the last one, 15 into 38.72. There we get 580.8. There we get 580.8. Then now total this particular column. Sigma f into x minus z. Sigma f into x minus z. When we total it, we get there 2147.4. Now nextly we need to find out the mean deviation from mode. Here sigma f into modulus x minus z, we got 2147.4. N is 150. N is 115. We get the mean deviation from get as 18.67. 18.67. Next we need to find out coefficient of mean deviation from mode. So coefficient of mean deviation from mode is equal to mean deviation from mode divided by mode. Mean deviation from mode is 18.67 and mode is 71.28. 71.28. So when 18.67 is divided by 70.28, we get there 0.2619. 0.2619. This is coefficient of mean deviation from mode and this is mean deviation from mode. So with this we completed the topic of mean deviation from mode and we also completed the mean deviation from mean deviation from median and mean deviation from mode. Now in case of measures of, we are discussing about measures of dispersion. There we completed 3 measures, that is range, quartile deviation and mean deviation. In case of mean deviation, mean, median and mode. And now last measure is remaining, that is standard deviation. That we will see in the next session.